All right, everybody. Welcome back. We're diving deep today on forming an LLC, and specifically, how to do it without going broke.
Yeah.
Free LLC, no state fee,
Hmm.
Inc. authority. These things have been popping up all over,
Right.
and they definitely make you stop and think, right?
Yeah, they definitely sound appealing.
Very appealing. I mean, who doesn't like free?
Right. Exactly.
So let's get into it. Let's unpack free LLC, no state fee. What's the deal? Is it actually free? And where does something like Inc. authority come into play?
Well, typically, free LLC, no state fee, means there's a service out there somewhere
Uh-huh.
that's either operating in a state that just doesn't happen to have filing fees, or they're absorbing those fees into their own package.
Interesting.
Now, there are some states that don't charge anything to form an LLC,
Okay.
but oftentimes there's a trade-off. You might see higher taxes, or maybe the regulations aren't quite as business-friendly.
Okay, so it sounds like even if they're waiving that state fee,
Right.
there might be other costs sort of lurking in the shadows.
Exactly. And that's where services like Inc. Authority come in.
Okay.
They'll offer you free LLC formation, free registered agent service for that first year, and they'll even take care of your EIN application for you, free of charge. Now, on the surface, it sounds like a pretty amazing deal,
It does.
especially for entrepreneurs who are keeping a close eye on their budget.
Right. But
Right.
there's always a but, isn't there?
There's always a but.
What's the but in this situation?
Well, the but is typically tucked away in that fine print. You know, you get the free setup,
Yeah.
but there are often ongoing costs that you need to be aware of. A classic example is that free registered agent service
Uh-huh.
that might renew at a much higher price the next year.
Oh, wow.
Or they might have what they call premium services like expedited filing or compliance help that come with a fee. You can think of it like a freemium model.
Okay.
You get the basic service for free, but if you want the really useful features, you often have to pay extra.
The good old freemium model. Feels like everything is freemium these days.
It really does.
So what should our listeners be on the lookout for when they're evaluating these services? What are some red flags?
Well, first and foremost, you got to look beyond just that free label.
Right.
You need to understand what's included in the long term. What are those renewal fees going to look like? Are there any hidden costs for things like document revisions or customer support? Secondly, you want to compare different providers. Don't just jump on that first free offer you see. You know, services like LegalZoom or Zen Business might have different pricing structures
Okay.
or even different features that are a better fit for your specific needs.
So it's more about looking at the whole picture rather than getting laser focused on
Yeah.
that initial free offer.
Yeah.
You made a really good point about comparing different providers. Have you seen any situations where entrepreneurs got hit with unexpected costs because they didn't do their homework?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time. One common pitfall is people just assuming that the registered agent service is going to stay free forever.
Oh.
And then, bam, they get hit with this surprise renewal fee that they haven't budgeted for. Yeah.
Another issue is just not reading those terms of service carefully enough. Some services sneak in clauses that make it really difficult to switch providers later on, even if you're not happy with their service at all.
So those are some serious things to keep in mind. It sounds like choosing an LLC formation service is kind of like picking a gym membership.
Yeah.
You've got to look past that enticing introductory offer and really think about the long-term commitment and the potential hidden costs down the road.
That's a perfect analogy. And just like with a gym, the cheapest option isn't always the right fit for you. You want a service that actually aligns with your business goals, that provides the support you're going to need, and that doesn't hit you with those surprise fees later on. Great advice. So just to summarize, although free LLC, no state fee, sounds incredibly tempting, especially for entrepreneurs who are watching their budget. It's so important to get the full picture. Dig into those terms and conditions, compare different providers, and really think about your long-term needs. Don't let that free label be the only thing that sways your decision. Now, here's something to think about. How do you see your LLC evolving over time, and will this service you're considering actually support that growth? Keep that question in mind as you navigate the exciting world of entrepreneurship.
Good stuff.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.